We will do practicals, we will gather the knowledge. This is how we will create our knowledge base. Perfect? Till now, have anyone having any question? You can ask me. Don't hesitate that if I ask what other will be remember. No, you all guys here to create your knowledge base. If you ask me the ABCD of the basic course, I will tell you. So don't be don't think that I will not supposed to ask. I will asking. Don't. If you have any question in your mind, you can ask me. I will clear your doubts.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yes. I went through the last week module regarding subnet masking, IP address, and everything. And I had questions regarding the subnet masking, because what I understood in the beginning when you explained that this is network ID, this is subnet mask. Okay. In that subnet mask, what I understood that the subnet mask is like you like maximum number of packet that you have in a particular like range. For example, if it is like what do you call it? If it's a broadcast ID, then like it's 225.2. Sorry,
No,
255.
No, I'm telling you. Basically, subnet masking, which is a purely networking subject, like CCNA, CCNP, CCI, whatever it is. I have included this subject here just because of to just build your basic knowledge base, because without subnetting concept, whenever we might move to cloud, you will not be able to understand why the subnet is things. Basically, the purpose of this subnetting means there is a large network, and this large network can be splitted into small networks. Can be splitted into small networks, and our intention it will be to utilize, maximize network so that it can be prevent the wastage. Okay, so this is the small are subnetting. So subnetting basically use of huge large network into a smaller pieces of network is called subnet. Clear?
Yeah, understood. What I have question, actually, I understand that part. You explained that in that lecture also. I have question that in second, like at the end, you explain after you enter the IP address, you have slash, and then you enter 8, 16, or this thing. Okay, so that is like you're telling that part or that particular part is like it's not being used.
Sorry, your voice was breaking. Sorry, what you were telling?
I was saying that if, for example, if I have an IP address like 192.168.10.0, then /8. Okay. So that means that the first packet, the first what call I forgot that.
Okay,
term.
no problem.
First
I think you have not watched properly. So don't worry. You have to watch, because everything is mentioned. Again, I'm telling your doubts. No problem. Okay, while you watch the video now, always use your notepad. I mean, wherever you will find a certain important, write it down. Then again watch. So let's, as per your opinion, as per your understanding, let me write down the IP address. Let's say 192.168.10.10, right? That means /8. You are saying, what does it mean, right?
Yes.
So basically, this is at the end of this chapter, because prior to that I have discussed many things. This is the end of the chapter. Anyway, /8 means you are actually blocking one of the bits. That means, as I told you, that if we design this block, the bit block, the bit block will be 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So this way, this will be divided 4. That means one octet will be 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, up to 4 times. Now, whenever /8 means, you have to enter the value of the one blocks. The value of the enter the blocks will be 255, and rest of will be remain 0.
Yes.
Now, next of all, whenever it is /16, that means 2 blocks. Then it will be, your subnet will be 255.255.0.0. Whenever it will be slash 24, then it will be 255.255.255.0, right? Now this is a class full. If we just say that it will be slash 9, then what will happen? If we say it is a slash 9, then what happened? Just remember the tool as I tell you, right? The tool is what?
Yeah, it's 128, 64, 32.
128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So this way, this is like a 4 times, right?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, whenever slash 9 means this is full and 1 from this side. That means your subnet will be 255.128.0.0. Clear? If it is slash 10, that means 128 plus 64. If it is slash 11, then 128, 64, 32. If it is slash 14, then 128, 64, 32, 16. If it is a 15, then like this way. Clear? I hope it's understood your knowledge, right?
Yes, I understood.
Perfect.
My question is that what is the use of this?
It is basically, as I told, it's a part of networking, CCNA. Whenever the company send a network engineer to find out how many, let's say, whenever you will see any office, they are building for a ODC or they are building for a bay. Okay, because this bay they will have some IT setups. So they are creating a network planning. So in this network planning, this is the calculation, this is how network engineer will find it out, how many networks, how many people can allocate in a network. This is how they will calculate. This is not at all your job. The overall motto is to aware on this network and subnet. That's it. Clear? This is not your bread and butter, which is part of networking. But you should know that process. That's it. Clear? Perfect. So guys, today I'll create 2 server machines and then I will establish the communication between them. And as you know, IP address with the same range can communicate easily, but different range will not be able to communicate generally. Why? Because 2 different subnet cannot communicate. If we are supposed to communicate, a network device is called router should be come into the picture. Now here, how come I install the networks? How come I will create the router? This is a network device. How come I will comes into the picture? So that will be very important. Let me prepare my lab. So this is all my last week practical. So let me delete this. Okay, so my first servers, I'm going to create my first servers. So while you're doing to create, first have to go file, new virtual machines. This is a VMware workstation. This is a VMware workstation 14 through which we will create our labs. We will show you all the practicals over here. Okay. This is the ISO. I have a couple of ISOs there. So this is our Windows 2012 ISO. So let me select this ISO, create name. Here keep it blank, no need to do anything. This is the server name, test server 1, and there never create the server on C drive. Never create the server on C drive, because if you create the server on C drive, our root directory will be full and server will be crashed. Always change it from C to E. That's it. C to E. No need to change anything, any part. All will be the same. Just change C to E. BIOS. Here there is a concept. Number of processors, number of core per processor. What do you mean? Who can tell me? Miraj? Can you tell me why this is happening? What do you mean by?
Yeah, so number of processors, basically this is the one bigger processor, under the physical processor there are two processors.
Miraj, your mic is very pathetic. I'm not able to hear anything.
I don't know what's happening there. Let me check. So I'm audible to you now?
Yeah, you can audible.
Okay. So the number of processors, like we have one processor, under the processor it has two cores. So like two cores will run simultaneously and it's called as a thread. So for example, if you go to the deep, so there are the threads on which we are utilizing the maximum utilization of the resources. We have the concept of core in the processor.
Anyway, I'm not able to hear you. So let me just, you can go on mute. Okay, so here very equal coming from your end. Okay, so basically processor and core per processor. What do you mean? The processor mean, I think everyone is aware on motherboards. There is a motherboard and there is an area, there is a processor was there. So you guys happen here that i3, i4, i5, dual core, core 2 duo, i7, i10, these are the processors. What do you mean by that? That means i10 means what? 10 processor in the single motherboard. i5 means what? i5 processor in the motherboard. No. Processor will be the same. Core are increasing. That means if it is a i3, then there is a 3 core. Clear? 1, 2, 3. If it is a i5, then it will be on 5 core. So this is how core are increasing and number of core are increasing, processor are going to efficient. Because each core, it's itself a arithmetic, a logical unit which will process the data itself. So each core can be treated as a single processor which is occupied in the same physical slot. Clear or not? Is that clear or not?
Yes, I have a small question.
Yes.
So how many cores, for example, I'm creating this server right now. So how many cores I can give maximum?
It depends on your base machine hardware architecture. Because I am creating virtual machine. From where this virtual machine getting these resources? From my base machine. If my base machine, let me show you my base machine. Then only you will be able to understand. My base machine architecture is, it's a basically i7 processors and 32 gigs of physical RAM. So i7 means max to max you can create 14 virtual machines, and 32 GB RAM means max to max you can achieve at least of twice of the memory. But if you work in the optimum level, your entire server will be on hung. So you have to handle this carefully. Okay?
So I can go up to 6 even say, right?
Exactly. Now you see here up to 16. Up to 16 you can allocate a processor. Physical processor I'm telling you. The core per processor is 16. So always choose with core per processor. Your number of processor will be 1. You will increase the core in order to get the efficiency. Next is physical RAM. As I told, 32 is a physical memory, up to you can use 64. Whatever is your physical, virtual will be twice. Clear? So here we will create max to max 4 GBs of memory. Okay. Next. Create virtual machines, and you can optimize 30 GB max to max. Okay. You can create 40 GB whenever you need. That is not a big deal. But generally you can use 30 GB maximum. So your first server going create. Next time I will not create any physical server based on this OS installation. Then how I can prepare? I will show you. Without installing iOS, without installing the OS, I can clone the servers. I will show you, and next whenever the server is prepared, I will show you. There is I think everyone is go through the content, course content. It's very effective, and the course content is designed based on the market demand. Based on this market demand, even me also a project manager working in Germany of this company, and he also aware and attract of the course which is nowadays it's very mandatory. If you learn entire the content, definitely it will be good for you. And after that, what I can do you myself, I will create your CV. Guys, 14 years I have changed around 7 to 8 companies. Now in 7 to 8 companies I do not have any relatives. 7 to 8 companies will select me from the Naukri.com, Monster.com. So as usual, after I create the CV, those who are get the job already, then fine. Those who are not, they will get the job from Monster and Naukri. How will you get the jobs? What are the techniques? Everything I will tell you. Okay? But you guys have to work hard.
I had one more question. Server size, for example, if my manager or anybody says that this is server, for example, is a new installation altogether, and the server would be in hundreds of GBs, right? Like hundreds or thousands of GBs. Am I correct? Server size.
Sorry?
What I'm asking is, for example, if I want to calculate how many PCs I can, I would say, how many personal computer I can design on the basis of whatever size I have. How can I calculate that?
Anyway, your question, it's basically not applicable for requirement. Basically, I'm telling you, just a minute. What you are saying, how many you can configure the computer here, right? So basically this question, it's all applicable for VMware end. So VMware basically it's a physical server. On top of that you will create a virtual machine, and that is total up to how much your physical machines are there. How much is your resource or physical machine, based on that you can create. Now I'm telling you, in your production environment, your manager never say how many you can create server on a virtual machine. No. In industry, there's a two-way. Two-way industry can achieve the server needs. One is physical machines, which is a very costly solutions. A single physical machines at least price around 2 lakhs or more than 5 lakhs. So company is always choose with virtual server. So in virtual server environment, whenever we'll guys learn the VMware, we'll able to understand one physical machine can create a 4 virtual machine or 5 virtual machine based on hardware sharing profiles. So that is a different technologies. Okay. So whenever, just keep in mind, whenever you are going to commission any new servers, or wherever you are going to build any new server in your organizations, your organization will decide whether this server will be a physical box, whether this server will be a virtual box. If this is a virtual box, then definitely technique will be a very simple. From vCenter you can create virtual machines like what I am doing. If this is physical box, then let's question if this newly purchased physical machines or it's a old machines. If this is newly purchased machine, definitely you will purchase it from Cisco, either Cisco, nor either Dell, or HP. So whoever your hardware vendor, they will power on your virtual machine. Power on your physical machines. That means they will unbox the servers. They will power on your machines, and you guys only responsible to install the OS inside of it. Clear or not? How you do? Through ILO. ILO is the background remote infrastructure. Through this, you will able to install this OS from India or whatever you have. Let's say you are sitting in India. This is your ODC, and your all data center is on Europe. How will you work? Based on the networks, based on the VPN, company VPN, through which you can access the server ILO and install the servers. Is that clear or not?
No, the reason why I asked, because you explained in the last lecture that, for example, if it is class C, then I think we can only.
Got it. No, this is actually, I'm telling you now, what I'm telling you, this is actually the part of network team. Network team, see, whenever any office will be established, or any ODC will be established, before ODC setup, network team, network expert or network engineer will come, and they will arrange for sitting and arrangement for all these engineers. But sitting arrangement means what? They will arrange chair and tables? No. They will arrange network cablings for each and individual users. Then only they will calculate that setup. If you are using this kind of range, how many computer can be allocated? If this is a huge requirement, then we will go for 10 series. If it's a mid requirement, then we will go for B series. But this is a network allocation. But server allocation is a totally different. Server is a demand. Let's say, see, if after learn this course, you will be able to apply for Active Directory administration, you will be able to apply Wintel administration, you will be able to apply, cloud administration. Everywhere server is required. Now your application team tell that I need a one server to host that particular application. Then only you will eligible to go and install the servers. No one will ask you how many you can create the servers. No. Whenever demand will come, you have to commission the servers. Clear or not? Clear?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Okay, one of the server is created successfully. Now what I'm doing, I'm not going to create a new server from here. This is a very traditional technique. It will be very time taking. What can I do? I will just make the power off. After make the power off, I will just clone these machines. Okay, so in that case I have to go clone. In this clone there is a two options. There's a two options: create link clone and create full clone. So always choose the full clone, because if you use the first option, your hard disk will be shared and it will be work for two machines in the same hard disk. So it will be create a hell lot of problem, because better to use create a full clone. This is my test server 2. Guys, whenever you have any DIZ, please ask question. Or Santosh, if you have any problem, I mean you are not able to say anything, okay, you can WhatsApp me. I will answer your question. Yeah. So now see, very fraction of time I can create a OS, just clone that server, very short span of times. No need to worry about this time, how much time it will take the OS to install the server. That's it. Okay, Miras, no problem. You can put it in your message in chat or WhatsApp. No problem. Let me open the WhatsApp here so that everyone will be visible. So server cloning done successfully. Now guys, now what happened? Whenever you will clone these two machines, so the server will, let's say I'm telling you, after cloning, what is your activity? Whenever server A, it's cloning with server B, their SID will be the remain same. Like, you know, Chetan and Gopal, these are two friends. Guys, tell me, if you are two friends, you are staying at the same place, you guys have completed your graduation schooling from the same school, will you guys tell me whether both of you are the same Aadhaar card number? Same voter number?
No.
No. But here, after you cloning, the security ID will be the same. And what will be the problem after that? The problem will have, whenever later on we will join this machine to the domain, it will create a problem. So what I need to do, you have to reset the SID. How will you do that? To run this sysprep. Till the run this sysprep, never power on the parent machines where you have cloned that second one. First you have to reset this sysprep, then you will run this second machine, first machine. Okay? Or might be it can be crash. Probability are less, but chances are high. So how will you do that? You have to go and run sysprep. Sysprep means system preparations. You have to generate the security ID. You have to generate the machine security ID like your Aadhaar card. Without, if are two clone brothers, that means two are twins. The twins brother also have the different Aadhaar card numbers, or else it will not possible the same Aadhaar card, same people will be survived. No. If this is happened, then none of them can get benefited. So we have to generalize and filter out the security ID. You have to do it at the beginning of the practicals, or else after you do IP address and all those stuffs, all will be lost. So beginning, after you clone, as soon as the server is on, you have to do the same treatment. Clear or not? It's clear or not?
Yes.
Perfect.
So sysprep will automatically give another ID, you're saying, right?
Sysprep will reset their SID. Sysprep will reset whenever the virtual container is created. On top of that, you are installing operating systems. The operating systems, it's identify the server based on the security ID. Now whenever you are cloning that machines, the same security ID will remain with the parent server did. So the next server you have to reset the security ID, or else it will not supposed to work. Clear? Now this server security ID is changed. Now you can power on the parent servers. Perfect. Now what I am going to establish, normally trying to establish the connection between these two servers so that I can create file share or printing shares. As I told, this course is from the basic to advanced. So I know many of them you understand what I am trying to do this, but this is from the scratch level course. We will definitely go for advanced level, but before that we have to make from the scratch level. Okay. So these two server, test server 1 and test server 2, what I am going to do, set up a connection between them so that they can talk each other through ping utility. Before you perform this, you have to bring these two servers in the same network whenever you are working in virtual machines, VMware. From where I will get, go to select the server, go to the settings, and then go to the networks and select. Here there is a 19 port. This all are the switch port. Okay, any of you can choose, but other server will be the same port. You can, instead of VNet 0, VNet 1, you can use VNet 5, but both server will be VNet 5. If you choose VNet 10, both server will be VNet 10, or else it will not work. Let's say consider the scenario. Let me do the same things for here. VNet 0 as I told. Okay, so guys, many things you know that you might often visited the office and you see that there is a network router in every or switch in every floor. So let's understood this is a one of the machines and this is a one of the machines. How they will communicate? Definitely they will communicate whenever middle of them there is a switch. So one port of this particular server will be connected, one of the port of the switch, another port of the switch, it will be connected from this machine. Is that clear? Is that clear, right? Guys, any doubts? Please ask me question.
Only of course in the message.
Okay. Okay, SID only change for the cloned machines. SID not required to change the fresh machines. Whenever you are cloning these machines, you need to change the SID. Clear?
I mean, we need to change the child machine or the parent machine.
No, no need to change the parent machine. Any one of the machine. Either you can change parent machine, either you can change child machines.
Alright, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So guys, normally whenever we understood the basic topology of networking, start topology, ring topology, bus topology, everything, it's the basic child level knowledge of computer. Whenever you have started learning the primary education, you have already heard about it. So the basic topology. So this is the start topology where the switch in the middle of that servers and they are connected to switch and they will send the communication from, they will, if they send the packet to that particular server, they will reach that server with these networks. How it's possible? Because they are connected in the same switch. Now what will happen if this server having this switch and this server having this switch? Did they ever communicate? Did they ever communicate?
If they are not connected.
Yes, that is why. That is why you have to select any specific switch at a time. Either VNet 0 or VNet 1. Whatever you choose, other machine will be the same switch. Clear? This is the primary setting of your networks. Okay, as you have reset the server's SID, it will be prompted for the everything you have to create from scratch. So it is asking for the password change. Sorry?
I have a small question. Is
Yes.
it possible you can connect two switches?
Yes, why not? You can connect two switches. In middle of that, you have to connect two state cable between these two machines, these two switch.
Okay.
It's called switch fabrication. And as you asked the question, this is actually the CCNA question, networking question. One switch to another switch connectivity is called switch fabrication. Clear?
Okay.
Or in terms of it's called the VLAN, VTP pruning, trunking, all are part of CCNA course.
Okay.
Okay guys, so my server is built successfully. Now what I need to do, I will put the IP address and make them communicate over the networks. So for where you should give the IP address, you have to provide the IP address on NIC card, NIC card. It's look like this. It's look like this. NIC card. It's look like this. NIC card, if it is inbuilt in motherboard, so okay, let me show you motherboard first. So let's say this is a motherboard, inbuilt motherboard, so NIC card will be the inbuilt. If this card was crashed or hardware was damaged, then you have to purchase card from the market and you have to install on PCI slot. So why? Because this other device is responsible for the communication. This is called endpoints of the communication. NIC, network interface card, it's called the endpoint of the communication. Now you are assigning IP address on that particular machines. As I told in the first day classes that information will be traveled across the network whenever you have a valid IP address. It's just like the address. I am sending a books from Kolkata to Delhi. So where should I send that address? And definitely Chetan will give me the address. So this is my address, Basant Vihar, this is that address like that. Then I will go to the post office. I will wrap my package with my hard-coded plastics. Then I will label up that the package should be delivered on this particular destination address. So that normal flow by plane or by train or something else by road, it will be reached at certain of time based on this IP address. IP address will be directed to your packet. So you have to put your IP address. As I show, IP address have the 3 different classes, class A, class B, class C. So remember, IP communication should be the same in general. Yes. Anyone?
I'm sorry, I have one more question. This NIC card, you said that if it gets corrupted or if it gets faulty, then we have to replace it.
Exactly.
So how people understand? Will you get any kind of error message like it is not working or something? How can we identify?
Exactly. It's look like this. Let's open your NIC card. You have to go run and then put the ncpa.cpl. Your NIC card will be like. Now NIC card showing online, right? Now if your NIC card will be faulty, it's look like this. It's look like this, red, but disconnected. Now then what you need to do, you have to call your data center guy that this particular server network card is disconnected state. Can you please do it? I mean, can you please kindly change it? Okay, so let's say it's look like this. Now you call to your data center guy, just this particular server blades, I am getting the network timeout, can you please check? I mean, might be the network cable was loose. That data center guy say no, that cable was connected successfully. Then your NIC card was not responding. So then you have to replace your NIC card. So I will tell you the next topic, how you redundant your NIC card. So that one NIC card will be damaged, no matter your keep on communication going on. I will show you here. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Perfect. So generally NIC card you have to connect it, switch between your physical box to switch. After entering switch, if this is the same disconnected state, that means NIC card is not responding. Okay. And how will you know after that? Might be that there is a problem in the NIC card, maybe some pin was damaged. How will you get to know that the permanent NIC card was damaged? There is an IP address called loopback IP address. You have to ping your loopback IP address. Loopback IP address is what? Ping. Okay. Then 127.0.0.1. If this pinging, that means your self network stacks, it's working fine. If you are getting timeout, that means your NIC card is permanently damaged. Is that clear or not? So
yes.
So Santosh, I mean, any doubts you have? I mean, you are silenced, so that's why I'm asking. If you have any doubt, you can tell me. I will repeat, no problems. Because each and every.
Sir, is it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, is it possible to add more than one card in the system?
Yeah, I will show you next practical. In next practical, I will show you. More than 4,
Okay.
more than 3 NIC card I will add. Okay.
Oh. Okay. All will having the different IP address for that.
No, teaming is a different concept. Let me show that practical. Then I will come back to you. All doubt will be clear.
Okay.
Don't worry. No one will be returned
Okay.
after the classes without resolving that doubt. Don't worry. Every single doubt I have to clear. Then I will release you. Don't worry about it. Okay. So right now I am gonna show you just basic communication between these two server after you create the server. Test 1 should be ping test 2. That's it. The further only prerequisite is you have to go NIC card at each of the server and then you have to provide the IP address. So here basically I always choose to use the class A IP address, which is 10.10.10. When you put the tab, subnet will be automatically done. Nothing, no need to give another settings, just click OK. Just click OK. The same things you have to go there, another server, same range as I told. And you have to put the IP address 10.10.10. Which IP address? Anything, but not 10, because parent machine was 10. It should be 11. Clear?
Yes.
Perfect. After that, we will run the ping command. So will I get ping result response or not? Let's see. Let's ping 10.10.10.10. From here, I will try ping 10.10.10.11. I'm not getting it. Why? Here I'm already saying the request timeout. Why? What happened? What problem? Who can tell? Who can tell? Anything you can say, brother. No problem. But I want to say at least try. Who can tell? What will be the problem?
DNS configuration?
No. DNS is a different concept. I will clear you. Don't worry. Apart from this DNS, what will be the problem? Basic problem I am asking.
Is it possible that the system, the parent system is 10.10.10.10? Okay, you have entered 11 instead of that. Is it possible?
No. As I have done, this is C. Okay. So what I have given IP address. Let me CLS. IP config. If I put down the command IP config, it's a utility. You will get the IP address 10.10.10.10, and this machine IP address 10.10.10.10.11. What is the problem? Same IP address cannot be worked, right? I have given same range 10.10.10.10 and 11, like two roll number 1 and roll number 2 sitting on the same classroom. Will they communicate or not? But here it is not communicating. Why? Just because of in middle of that every server there is a firewall. By default the firewall is enabled. So if you want to be the established connection between those two servers, you have to either disable firewall or you have to enable the port inside the firewall. Now the disable firewall for the lab testing purpose, it's fair enough. It's okay in lab if it's okay, but in production networks or in production you will not be supposed to disable the firewall. Then how will you communicate? Both the way I am telling you. So guys, what I need to do, I will just run the long-term command. So here we'll go ping 10.10.10.10/t. Whenever I put this /t, the ping command will be run continuously. Okay. So the same things I will run here. Ping 10.10.10.11/t. Now as you guys see, it is getting RTO. RTO means request timeout. That means it's trying to reach of the server, but somehow the packet getting dropped. That means Gopal and Chetan both are friends. Now Gopal calling Chetan, hi Chetan, by his calling phone, but network is not reachable. Or in his home, he trying to calling bell, but the calling bell is not signing. That is why the Chetan is not understanding someone outside my room waiting for me. Then what to do? There is a two options. Go to the run and run from there. Try the command firewall.cpl. So the firewall is on. Firewall basically protect you from the harmful network attacks, any kind of virus attacks, any kind of malware attacks. It will save your operating system from the internet. So that is why Microsoft built their firewalls on, and it will be more stronger in the operating system 2008. Okay, so generally there is a first, by default you can directly power off, disable the firewall. Okay, and then you will see that your firewall, your problem will be solved. Now see, the reply is going on. Reply from this, it's going on or not? But this is not the solutions. This is in-house lab or testing, it's fair enough. But in production, what you need to do, you have to enable the port inside the firewall. Let's say this is your networks. Let me draw that sign so that it will be more easier for you. This is one of these machines, this is one of the machines. Each machine have inside their firewall. Each machine there inside a firewall. Now if you send the packet from one machine to one machine, the packet supposed to be go there and drop from here. Same wise, packet supposed to be go there and drop from here. So first of all, either you can disable the firewall, which is not at all recommended. Then you have to, or the second option, you have to add the port exception in that firewall. Then how will you do that? Okay, so again I'm going to the firewall and turn on the firewall. Then we will again see that RTO. Then we again see the RTO. Then what is the options? Option is, here there is the option, allow app for feature through Windows Firewall. So there is the option file and printer sharing. If you check this option, both private and public, right now there is no domain, so only these two options coming. Whenever direct domain comes into the picture, then you will see domain private public option will become. So I will add file and printer sharing, private and public, both. Hello? 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 हाँ बोलून हाँ चले আসুন actually আমি পড়াচ্ছিলাম ঠিক আছে আমি চলে আসুন আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আপনি চলে আসুন আমি বলে দিচ্ছি হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আপনারা খোলা আছে চলে আসুন Okay guys, I'm sorry, give me a 5 minutes. One of the person is coming. I have to give them the laptop handover and then come back. Can I move for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes? I'll be back. Sorry for the interruptions.
Going to go on like this even if there is no internet. Anybody have any idea? Hello, Chetan.
SQL আর Python এগুলো নিয়ে আমি পড়াচ্ছি সার্ভার ক্লাউড এটার মধ্যে ওর Sorry guys, I'm back. Sorry, extremely sorry with anyway. Okay, fine. So now what I need to do, hello?
Yeah, we are here.
Okay, fine. So now what I need to do, I will just enable the firewall. Okay. So in firewall, I have to go app features in file and printer sharing. Okay. So both these servers, I have to do the same thing. Now see that you started getting reply. So this setting has to be enabled before you install this server. But this machine is still not able to ping, and this is ping, so there is some troubleshooting I have to do. Okay, let's do one reset and see whether it is working or not. Now see, it is pinging, right? Both the server is communicating over the networks. So this is a basic communication model. So what the primary things you need to do, you have to, after you build the servers, you have to make them proper VLAN or switch, like what I did, VLAN 0 or VLAN 1, whatever. Next you need to do, either you disable the firewall for testing environment. For production environment, you have to enable the firewall, and you have to enable the port, file and printer services over the public and private. Clear or not? Is that clear or not? Now guys, I'm telling you, this machine IP address is?
I'm sorry, Siddharth, I have a question.
Yeah.
So basically, if even after activating the file and printer transfer, if this is a domain, if we are not getting pinging and still we are not getting the reply, we have to reset using, right?
I'm not getting what you are telling.
You did reset, right? You did reset.
Okay, just a minute. Before your question, Mira is asking why only file and printer services. Okay, so the file and printer services is the port which enable. If you enable this port, it means it having ICMP port enabled. ICMP, it's a port which is enabled for this ping, packet internet gopher, ICMP internet control message access protocol. Once you enable this file and printer services, it basically enables the ping protocol. Is that clear? Okay. Is that clear, Miraj? Okay. No, now ask me. Who is question? Or what is your question?
My question was after activating file and printer option, if it's still we ping and still we not get any reply,
so after you enable the file and printer service, if you still not get any reply, then maybe your old session still there. then reset the system once more. Clear? Sometimes server is having the old session, it is not refreshed, and that is the reason you have to restart the systems.
Just assume, I'm saying, not every time it will happen, but assume that it doesn't go again, then what to do? Next step.
The next step is then you have to check what the IP address. Maybe sometime what happened, your question I faced couple of times. So in that case, after the same thing happened but still it is not getting ping, then you have to check ipconfig/all and find out that the preferred IP address which IP is showing. It's your IP address that what you have given, or it is showing 169 something like that. So if it is showing 169 something like that, that means it's called APIPA. APIPA means whenever your system will not be assigned any IP address, the system will give them one IP address. It's called APIPA. That means all IP analyzer or public IP analyzer. It's a kind of way that will, without IP address NIC card cannot be 0. If you are not giving the IP address, it will be generated APIPA. So what happens, sometime APIPA will not released. So if we found any kind of situation, I will tell you how we can release the APIPA. So in that scenario, it might possible that APIPA it's not released, or it is still locked, and that is the reason your IP address is showing duplicate, APIPA will show preferred. So if you solve this problem, 100% problem will be solved. Is that clear?
So we have to change the from if it is APIPA, we have to change to preferred user.
Exactly. You have to release the APIPA and reset the IP address. How you do, whenever the situation come, I will tell you. Definitely you have the session, because this is a common in VMware. So right now it's working, sometime they will lock the process. Then you have to release that way. So there is a technique I will tell you. Okay. So this is the basic of general IP communication. Now I am telling you, let's say this is my IP address, IP config. And now if I change the IP address 10.10.10.11.2, I'll make it 20.20.20.10. Will it be available to ping? Let's see. Let's ncpa.cpl and change the IP address from 20.20.20.10. Will it be work in the different IP address? Let's see here. Ping 20.20.20.20, I guess. Okay, what?
It was 10. 20.20.20.10.
20.20, okay, 10. Okay, let's see it's pinging or not. Transmit failure, because the network is, it cannot be pinged whenever there is a different range of IP address. Now how they will communicate? Let's say you have one office in Delhi and another office in Kuwait. How will they will have the same IP address? Is it possible? No. You are taking internet connection here from Airtel. In Kuwait they will taking connection from Ericsson or BT. How come their IP address will be the same? Then router comes into the picture. Router, it's a device, it's a network devices which manage different LAN segment and make them in the communicable. So here we will introduce router, but physical router I cannot come purchase or introduce here, but I can do Windows Server. I can use router as a Windows Server by installing Windows role and features. So for that only I will make one more servers, and that server should be our router. As I cannot clone that machine because these are already formatted. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new virtual server based on this ISO install. Okay, so that server I will be built for router.
You said you have to create it in E, right? Not D. I'm sorry.
Sorry?
No, I'm sorry. Please go ahead. No, I thought like you have to a location. I'm sorry.
No. I will gonna create a router How? But I will create one Windows server here, install role, and I will install this Windows, use this Windows server as a router. I'll show you how. Now router will be the place of these two servers, test server 1 and test server 2. Never install core. Core is actually without GUI. Command prompt basically. So do not use core, use GUI. Either you can use standard server GUI or you can use 2012 R2 data center. Okay. Why only file and printer services? I already discussed, got it, just still okay. But we can also open a particular port for different app. Yes, if your application needs a different port, you can open it. This is working station running on physical server or laptop machines. Seems fast. This working station is running on physical server or laptop machine. This working station running on VMware tool. I have installed it, VMware workstation tool. If you install in your desktop or server, you can create an ample amount of machines there. But your server should have the hardware enabled, capable. That means must have good enough of hardware, or else normal i3 or i4 it cannot be run. These are all the virtual machines.
One more question. You are creating a new test server, right?
No, I am creating router. But how?
Okay.
The router will be a Windows Server machine and it will work based on the roles we install and configure.
Okay. This is normally a physical hardware that we are learning right now at this moment, right?
Sorry?
Now we have created a virtual machine with the help of a normal physical hardware, right? Using your own laptop.
See, this is not my laptop, this is a server. This is a actually server where I have installed VMware workstation. Now
Okay,
VMware, yes?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought like you're using a laptop or something.
No. This is actually a software. A VMware workstation basically a software. In this software you can create a virtual machine, different ways, different machines. And that machine, whenever you have created, they will take RAM and resources from your particular base machine.
No, I know that VMware. I know like how it works. What exactly does I know that? No, I thought like you're using a physical system like a normal computer, something like that, to create this server kind of a thing. Using a particular what do you call a server only, right?
Yes. This is my base server. This is the server. On this server, I have installed VMware.
Which server you using?
This is the assembled server. I have built this assembled server. I have purchased the material from market and built my own server.
Oh, okay, good.
And the cost is coming around 85,000. If you purchase the server from branded from HP or Dell, the price will come around 2,50,000, 3 lakhs like that.
But you must have downloaded some kind of software for this server, right?
Downloaded?
Some software, something like that.
What software?
Like normally for Windows, we have operating system.
This is the Windows 10.
Okay.
This is the Windows 10.
Windows 10.
Huh? See there.
So there's no separate software we need for server, you think? We can use
Server is what? Server is the hardware. On top of that, you have installed either Linux or you can install Windows 10. See that? This is a Windows 10.
Actually, I thought that server have different
No. The different things, it's ESXi. You are telling about this is a ESXi. Whoever will go for VMware, they will learn the ESXi. Okay, so router is installed. So what I need to do, I will add it one more network card here. By default, network is be there. The concept will like that. What hardware are you using for lab? It is specific, please. Okay. As I told, this is my specification. i7 processors, 32 GB memory and 3.80 GHz processor, i7, 32 GB memory, and the base machine is installed on 256 GB of SSD secure solid state drive and around 1 TB of hard disk. That is my hardware configuration. Okay, now see how router will be work. Okay, router will be work look like this. Just first understand the picture, then it will be easier for you. This is a one machine and this is a one machines. These machines have IP addresses 10.10.10.10, and this machine they have IP addresses 20.20.20.20. How they will communicate? Middle of that there is the router. Router from this machine to this machine, it is connected by router one hand. This machine to this machine, it will be connected by router one hand. So how many router have NIC card? How many router have NIC card? 2, right? One sided, another sided. So one sided IP address will be 10.10.10.11. Another sided router IP address will be 20.20.20.21, something else but 21. Then only this side ping to this side ping to this. Now middle of that we will install routing engine, and that routing engine will enable the communication from this server to this server. Clear or not? Is that clear or not?
what's the routing engine? How?
I will show you, brother, don't worry. Routing engine, how it works, I will show you. Just tell me that diagram you understood or not. Clear? Everyone, I guess, clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then by default there is a NIC card network. I have to make it on VLAN 0. and again I will added one more NIC card as I show you in this picture. That should be a UMNet 0. Perfect. Now, as per the picture, one sided I have to put this IP address, another sided I have to put this IP address. Let's see, do it. So 10 and this should be 10. So my one-sided router will be 10.10.11, another side IP will be 20.20.20.11. Perfect. Then go to, and one more thing, router firewall should be a disable. Keep it in mind. Router firewall always be disable if the Windows machines, or else it will create a lot of problem. So I'll go to the properties. One-sided I'm creating the networks 10 10.10.10.11, and another sided will be 20/20/20/11. Okay.
You said 21, right?
20/20, that is 11. That is what is my IP address.
You said 20.20.20.21.
20.20.20.10. That should be 20.20.20. You can 11, no problem. 11. Is that clear?
Let's say it has to be 11, we can put anything.
You can put anything. It's not be 11. You can put 12, 13, 14, but same series I am telling you. 20.20.20 should be the same. Later on you can put hell lot of things, no problem. But before 254, not be 255. So if I go to the IP config, let's see. I have two IP address, 20.20.20.11, 10.10.10.11. Okay. Now again come to the picture. This part is there, so I am expecting ping should be comes to this and this to this. Let's do this. How you get two Ethernet card in router? Yeah, I have added here. I'm go to settings. From there I have added NIC card, finish. Once I click on finish, it will be added. Clear?
So how many cards we can add? How many NIC cards we can add?
How much you have requirement you can do? How much you have requirement you can add? Got it? Okay. So fine. Now understood the concept. I am trying to ping from 10.10.10 to 10.11, from 20.20.20.10 to 20.20.20.11. Okay, this should be difference. This one I guess 10 and this one I guess 11. So that has to be, make sure that each point it's pinging. So ping 10.10.10.11. Perfect. Another sided ping 20.20.20.20.21. Oh, sorry. Pinging. But my question, how come this packet will move from here to here until unless you put the gateway here and gateway here? What will be my gateway? That's router IP address should be added here as a gateway. This router IP address should be added here, gateway of there. How you can do that? That means one-sided IP address 10.10.10.11, another side is 20.20.20.11. So my 10.10.10. server using the default gateway 10.10.10.11. I can open ncpa.cpl. Here I will put my router IP address. This is called default gateway. Clear? Why? If we not provide the gateway, then how come my packet will go inside the router? Gateway should have to mention, right? So the same thing I will do here. Both the sided I have done. Perfect. Now what I need to do, I will create the routing engine. How? Just installing the Windows rule. So in the Windows, after we install, there is an option server manager. In this server manager, Microsoft have ample amount of roles and features. Through this you can create many things like VPN, server tunneling, RAS server, radius server, many more. So here one of the feature, remote access, you have to check for routing. Next, and there is the option direct access and VPN. Once you click on routing, these two features will be installed. Web application proxy is not required, it is for different purpose. So these two features enabled, click on next, 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 and install. Perfect. It's done. Next, what you need to do, you have to go tools, and there is an option routing and remote access. Right now routing engine is stopped state or down state. You have to enable the engine. How? Right click, configure enable routing and remote access. Click on next. What I need to do among this option, I have to select custom configuration. Click next, then LAN routing, click next, and finish. Start engine. It will take time to start the engine. Now routing engine started, guys. Your problem solved. Now from this machine, you can ping 20.20.20.10. Okay, what? The same thing I will do here. Ping 10.10.10.10 minus T. Both side pinging is done. Now what is the question? Question got over, see it, thanks. So this third server will act as a router. Exactly. Third server will act as a router, because router is very costly device. If some organizations not afford this router, he can use Windows Server as a router, the best cheapest economic solutions, and provide the day-to-day needs. So this is practical. The motto is let you know how you, because you are basically server specialist, every problem you have to mitigate by the Microsoft roles and services. That is why it's quite mandatory you have to learn ABCD of the server. Is that clear or not? Is that clear or not? Now guys, tell me honestly, you guys enjoying my classes or not? Any doubt, any comments, please tell me.
So we can use this router that is based on the server in the production environment as well. Is it reliable?
No, actually production environment, as I told, production environment router will be look like this. It's a network devices. Okay, if you put this Cisco 3200 router, it's look like this.
Yeah, that's I know. I mean, I have never used the server as a router, so it's like quite new for me. I was thinking that whether because router is costly, I will let it require a dedicated network
Exactly.
engineer.
If your organization it's not supposed to afford, then there is the option Windows routing. But this is not at all recommended for very large enterprise can use Windows routing, because anytime system can be crashed or anytime system may be hung, then you will face a lot of routing problem, because Windows Server is not dedicated for routing purpose. It's give you a feature, but you can utilize, save your money. But for very large organization, it's not recommended to go with this routing. Clear? Is it clear or not?
Yeah, it's clear, but I have some doubt. Like, I don't think it's required.
Sorry?
I have some doubt, but like it is like a silly question.
No, ask me. What is your question? Ask me.
Okay, you changed like from 10, like you to router you gave IP like two different IP addresses like 10.10.10.11 and 20.20.20.11. Why do you do that? Because normally if like you can change directly, right? Or it is not possible.
Boss, I am telling you the same net IP range can ping. You can, instead of 20, you can create 30, 40, whatever in your mind. My intention is to show you how you can ping two machines with two different network class. Clear?
I understood that. Like what I was asking you that the the configuration that you did in router, like for that configuration, do we have to give two separate IP addresses, or we can directly do it without giving two separate IP addresses?
No, you are not understanding what I am telling you. See, here 10 and 20 I am given. Instead of 10 and 20, you have given 15, 30, whatever it is in your mind, no problem. But keep in mind, whatever you are giving, the one router one-sided server IP address should be same. Router one-sided server IP address should be the same range. That means it should be a 10, it should be 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever it is. But it would be the same range. Same side. Another side will be the same range, and router server will be the same set. In middle of that, routing engine will hold the routing algorithm. That means whatever your network it can hold and make them easier and communicable. That is the purpose of the routing engine. Clear or no?
I understood that. That's what I'm saying. That why do we have to have like two different like why can't router work as only as routing engine instead of like giving two separate IP addresses like?
Okay. My question, tell me the answer. Okay. Your friends Chetan speak English. Myself, okay, you are from Marathi background, right?
No, I'm from Bihar.
Okay, you are from Bihar, so you know Bhojpuri. And Chetan from Mumbai or Maratha? Huh?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello?
It is a Maharashtra.
Maharashtra, Maratha, okay. So Chetan know Bhojpuri, Chetan know Marathi, you know Bhojpuri. Will you able to communicate? Will you able to communicate? Hello?
No, we won't.
Then?
Like, you only know, like, I know Marathi, but like.
Then how will you communicate? If you don't know, only you know Bhojpuri and Chetan only know Marathi, then how will you communicate?
Someone who understands.
Then middle of there, I am the persons, I know Bhojpuri, I know Marathi. So whatever you are telling, I will translate it to him. Whatever he is telling, I will translate it to him. So I am the router. This is my intelligence. So without routing engine, it cannot be possible. Clear? Clear?
Yes, clear. I understood that.
Okay. Okay guys, so today is enough here. So next week, one by one, please come here and do your practice. So all four are discuss each other, which time to which time you will take, which time to which time you will take, and then let me know the timing and then come here for practice. Clear?
Sorry, I don't understand what you said.
I am telling you guys, this is the theory I did. Then practical you have to do it by your own hand, right?
Yeah, of course, sure.
So which time you need a practical, let me know. I will align you server. You whatever we did today, you do the practicals.
I have my own server, so I think I will do by my own. No problem.
Okay, no problem. If you have a own server, you can practice it, but practice it. I'm telling you, practice it. The motto is, if you not practice it.
I pose a question on the WhatsApp. Could you please answer it?
Sorry?
I pose a question on WhatsApp.
Okay. Please change your microphone, otherwise I cannot communicate because this is very poor in sound. We can use in prod environment. Is it new for me? Prod environment, this feature, as I'm telling you, if your organizations do not a budget to purchase the router, then you can use it. But if your enterprise will be day by day increase, then you need to purchase the router, because it will not work very large environment. It will work on small environment. Clear? Is that clear? Next question, whatever you have, tell me.
Sir, normally in small organization, they will use ADSL, DSL server router. Can we make use of that?
What is the minimum maximum range both IPS? That is I'm telling you now. You just watch the first day video. If you have not watched the first day video, that is what I'm telling you. The first day video is very mandatory. Please watch the video. Everything
Okay.
I'm telling
Hello?
you. Yeah, hello, Miraj. I'm telling to Miraj.
Okay.
What is the minimum and maximum range in both IP address? So minimum range is 10.10.10 to 20 up to 54. Then again the next subnet will start. So definitely.
DSS download ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
Okay.
ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
Okay, so Miraj, I got it 10 to 1 to 10 to 54 exactly. So the first range will be look like this. Clear? Next question, please. Next question, please. Anyone have any questions?
I think tomorrow we can practice, and if you have any questions, you can get back to me.
Your voice is very poor. Please ask me. Please a little bit loud.
I don't have any questions right now, but like tomorrow we can do the practice, and if we have any problem, we can approach you, right?
Tomorrow. See, tomorrow you can do the practice, but tomorrow I'll. Okay, fine. Tomorrow, which time you will do?
Same 7 to 8 or whatever.
As morning or evening?
Evening.
Evening 7 to 8. Okay, just telling me one thing. This Sunday 7 to 8 is free, but next Sunday 7 to 8 is not possible. There is a batch from UK. Okay, so use better to use on morning time. Better to use on morning time. You can use 7 to 9 am or 8 to 10 am. Okay. So 4 people you will do accordingly. You just tell me your preferred timing on this week. I will arrange server for you. Clear?
Yes.
But everyone, I'm requesting you, please do practice. Without practice, it will not be remembered. Again, I'm telling you, because what you are thinking is very simple. No, it's not. It's totally the purely concept. It's purely concept, I'm telling you guys. Okay, fine. Guys, nice to meet you all. We will meet on next week, same time, 7 p.m. And middle of, if you have any question, any doubt, ping me, ask me, call me. I'll also be there. It would be in group or individually. Practice will be individually. Study will be in group. Practice will be in individually. Okay. Study in group, that means I am broadcasting. Practically, practice is multicasting. Each and every one will have their own practical. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, Sunil is typing something. As DL and ADSL router play the same role? No, guys. This is ADSL router, it's called wireless access point, WAP. People doesn't know what is router. Okay, they have Windows access point or internet access point, WAP, they are telling router. Basically, it's not the router. This is wireless access point, WAP. Router is totally different. Router means what? Router means one route to another route. Transmission between one route to another route. Those who can capable, it's called router. Like bus, public bus. How? If you are staying in Bangalore and you are trying to move on, Kolhapur, how will you do that? Definitely you have to buy this, any bus or train. So train is traveling to you from one route to another route. So same thing, router will do the same thing. Clear? Is that clear? Okay guys, thanks to join everyone. You can reach out to me, any query, any doubt, I will be also available. I will clear your doubt, no problem. Okay, I am uploading the video, just a minute.